Today we have an election prediction between Senator Bernie Sanders and essentially Nikki Haley. I mean, a lot of you know who she is, but if you don't, she's a member of the Trump administration. I believe she was the governor from South Carolina for a while, and now she's in the Trump administration. She is our United States ambassador to the United Nations. So a lot of you know who she is. So I'm going to make this video pretty quickly, but this is a contested election. Like, this one I see as a very, very close election. I do not see this as a blowout for Bernie Sanders whatsoever, only because, again, Nikki Haley is a female candidate, which means that drastic women to Democratic to Republican appeal that the Democrats have been counting on in countless elections, mainly because the Republicans haven't nominated a woman yet, that's not going to be there. And Nikki Haley also is a more moderate conservative compared to other Republicans who may be seen as more extreme. So again, when it comes to a number of these typically conservative states like Arizona and Georgia, you might expect them to be in the Nikki Haley column and not swing states in this election, especially in a state like Texas. You really see Nikki Haley holding on to a number of these states. So she would hold on, of course, to her home state. Bernie Sanders, of course, holding on to the Midwest, actually Minnesota. We can't classify as a state just for Bernie Sanders just yet, but we probably will. Judging by this map, we now have 187 electoral votes 190 electoral votes for Bernie Sanders and 191 for Nikki Haley. So we're going to make this quick. We're going to make it brief. There are a number of conservative states. Again, Ohio and Iowa. Iowa, I think, would be a little bit more contested for right now. But Ohio and Iowa, I see going to Nikki Haley along with North Carolina. I think she could definitely better appeal to North Carolina voters. When it comes to Ohio and Iowa, I see them still narrowly going in the Nikki Haley column just based off the margins from 2016 and the fact Nikki Haley is mildly like Joni Ernst in a state like Iowa, and also the incumbent governor going up for re-election. And also when we go to a state like Ohio, they love moderate Republicans there. Keep that in mind. But looking at this map, we still have a number of Democratic states. Colorado and Nevada probably aren't flipping in this scenario, especially with someone like Bernie Sanders on the Democratic ticket. Virginia and the entire Rust Belt included, and this should actually put Bernie Sanders over the top at 274 electoral votes. So Bernie Sanders wins this election, but the margin is what matters. I do see Nikki Haley carrying the state of Florida. Again, better appeal from the South, being able to appeal to these people and being able to convince these voters to sway into her direction from someone who is a very popular senator across the United States. And this is what I meant when it came down to a close election. But again, New Hampshire, Vermont is extremely close to New Hampshire. Bernie Sanders is phenomenal there against a mildly popular Democratic candidate back in 2016. So don't expect much for Nikki Haley up there. And then when we go to the 2nd district, Nikki Haley is not Donald Trump. I really do not see her being able to win in that 2nd district. But when we go to Nebraska's 2nd district, you could expect a Haley victory. So thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.